Padma Yoga. In our modern meditations, we're going to be looking at how yoga can directly help us in daily life, in real applied situations. We're looking today at the situation of having pain in the joints in the body, in the hands and the shoulders and hips and knees. And we're going to be doing yoga which will directly help relieve the pain in those areas. Our Sanskrit word today is yoga, which means unity, but it also means a method or a discipline, a practice to achieve something. So our practices today are going to achieve a space of relief of pain, relief of tension. Let's get going today with a warm-up. I'm joined by my friends Paulina and Tanya. So starting on your feet, just begin with relaxing the head to one side and loosen up the shoulder and neck. And then lift straight and let your head drop to the other side. And back to center now. Shoulders rise up, push back and down. And again, lift up and back and down. Twice more, big shoulder rolls. That's it. Good. Now let's bring the elbows up and just swim them back and then open the arms. And again, elbows, arms, elbows. It's very good daily limbering up, warming up for the whole body easily. Again, once. Beautiful. Now right hand up and just over to the side, reaching long as you can. Stretch and breathe and come back to center. Left hand, reach, stretch and breathe. And come back to center. Beautiful. Now we're just going to slip down to the hips and down to the knees and just give the knees a little circles round and around. 4 times, then reversing direction. Perfect. Slide up, hands on the hips. Now let's take the hips and go straight forwards. And then hips over to the right side. Now hips towards the back and hips towards the left side and then towards the front. Try that one more time. Over to your right, back, straight to your left and towards the front. Now reverse direction, so hips go towards your left. Try to keep your head in center and just move your hips. It's wonderful for just loosening up. The biggest joint in the body is the hips. It holds so much of our stress. To the right and to the front. Beautiful. Now bring hands to prayer. And inhale as you raise the hands straight up over your head. Eyes up. Exhale. Again, straight up center line. Eyes follow your hands. Exhale. 2 more times, feeling the beautiful movement in the shoulders. Open the arms, shoulders ride back. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale up center. And exhale down. Let your arms float down and stand in mountain. Just with your head now, turn your face to the right side, stretching out the neck. Back to center. Head to your left. And back to center and smile, stretching your face. We'll see you right back after the break for our further yoga poses. Hello, welcome back to Padma Yoga. We're looking at how our yoga can actually help us to alleviate pain in the joints in the body, shoulders and hips and feet. So today, please work very carefully, just attend to your own body, go very gently if you're having pain, and if not, you can explore a bit further. Let's start standing first. Just feel comfy in your stance. Let's let the head drop to the side and just one arm reach up and lay against that head, reaching down with the other side. A very lovely stretch out for the neck and shoulder. Exhale. And release. Let's try the other side. Ear over, the hand drops onto the head, and just let the weight of your arm hang on the head and the other hand just reaches down. And release. Both hands behind the head and just drop the chin to your chest. And release. Lovely. Now with the shoulders, rise them up. Squeeze them tight up to your ears and hold them there for a moment. Then push them back as far as you can. And then press the shoulder blades down, pulling them together behind you. One more time. Lift up and back and push them down. And one more time. Lift up, back, and down. Lovely. Now reach. Big circle with your arm, swimming forwards with that right arm. Like you're doing the front crawl on one side, and feel that lovely rotation in the whole shoulder girdle. Good. Now the left arm, big swimming motion forwards. You can go nice and slow and just feel how much these movements go through your whole body. You can feel this right down into your legs. Good. Now let's bring both hands up over the head for a half moon. Interlace your fingers, stretch tall over to your right side. Reaching and just hold and breathe. Reach through those arms, so you're stretching your shoulders up. And stand tall to your left. Again, reach through the elbows and the shoulders, squeezing the hands together. And breathe. Let the stretch go right into your hips. And come up, let the arms float down, relax your shoulders. Now let's just take the right hand and support it and make a nice circle with the elbow. 3-4 times, then reversing direction. Just keep all the joints limbered up. Good. Now just the right hand, nice big circle with the hand. Just waving to all your fans there, and return the reverse direction, around and around with the hands. Good. Now just let the fingers wiggle a little bit. Keep those fingers limber. Same thing on the left side, big circle with the forearm only. Keeps the elbows limbered up. Change direction. Big circles with your hand. Those wrists nice and loose. Reverse direction. That's it, and wiggling the fingers. Now let's bring the palms together. Lift up the elbows and then try to lift up so you're bending right at the joints of the hands. And then pressing down with the heels of the hands and up and down. This is really good for just keeping the finger joints loosened up. Up and down a few times. A nice one to do throughout the day, especially if you notice your hands are tired or stiffening up over time. Just keep those hands nice and limber. Beautiful. Okay, standing in center, we're going to forward fold, right down, reaching forward. Drop your hands down. And let yourself just hang here. Releasing in the hips. You can bend one knee and sink the hips down on that side. And then the other, bend one knee and straighten one knee. Lovely, it gets right into the hip sockets. Then bending both knees, we roll right down onto the ground. I'm going to come sitting on the ground, so please have a cushion or a thick padding or some kind of block under you if that's the most comfortable thing for you. You want to have a comfy seat, especially if you have pain in the joints. You want to make sure that you keep really warm. Actually, mustard oil is really wonderful to rub into the joints if they're hurting you. Let's try this. Feet forwards. A nice flip-flop for the hips and knees. First of all, the knees go both to the right side, just dropping over. And feel that rotation in the hip socket. And then up and to the other side. And just back and forth, kind of like windshield wipers, back and forth, rotating through the hip sockets. That's it. Perfect. And now from windshield wipers, we go into the baby cradle. You can have one foot straight in front or fold it under. Pick up one leg. Or if you can't pick up the whole thing, just grab onto your ankle and just rock back and forth. Again, just creating a rotation in the hip socket. The hips are the largest joint in the body and where we contain a lot of stress and strain and pain. A lot of emotional pains also held in the hips. Perfect. All right, let's try the other side. Just laying that foot down, pick up the other hip. And just give it a rock. Nice. Now put this foot out to the side, over to the one side. Hand on your hip, we'll do the Marilyn Monroe stretch. This one you reach up with the hips and look right around behind you. And sit back down again. And again, lifting up with that hip, rotating through the whole back. And sit down. Beautiful. Flip your legs over to the other side. Just pick them up and carry them over. And twice on this side, hand on the hip. Lift up and look behind you. Nice stretch in the torso. And back. And lifting up. And back. Beautiful. Now if you can finish, you bring the soles of the feet together. Slip your hands just under or holding on to the ankles and just reach forward into tortoise or just an open cobbler pose. Let your head hang down. We'll see you right back after this. Hello, welcome back to Padma Yoga. We're looking at how our yoga practice can be directly applicable to alleviating pain, especially pain in the joints that we experience. The pain that comes in the elbows and hips and shoulders and knees is often simply wear and tear, maybe just from overexerting. Maybe you've hiked too much and your knees are tired, or your hips, or done too much work and your shoulders are getting worn out. So often the joints reflect when we've actually made too much effort, too much exertion. Our yogic word today, our Sanskrit word, is the word yog, and this often refers to also the way or the path that we take towards freedom from suffering. So in our yoga practice, we have to be careful to not overexert and to make our yoga practice another exertion, another stress on the body. So for example, if you're feeling strain in your shoulders and hips from your yoga practice, then you need to back off on that and practice with the awareness of yoga. The awareness of yoga is never to create any harm to yourself, to be very mindful and aware of what your practices are doing to your physical body. Not just your muscles, but also all those delicate little joints between the bones in your body. Just be super attentive and aware of those every time you're practicing your yoga, and you'll become free from pain. Let's continue our practice of yoga, which will help to take us on the road towards living a life totally free from pain. Let's start again on the floor or sitting on a chair, whatever works for you today. So going to sit and just lift up one leg and hold on to just the back of the thigh. So you can make an easy circle with that knee, limbering up the knee joint. 3, 4, 5 times in one direction and then just change. You don't have to go fast, just feel how the knee joint rotates and get a sense of if there's pain there or not. If not, that's fantastic. Now let's just stop here and take the right hand and tuck it under the right knee so that the knuckles behind the calf. And with the left hand, just draw that right knee in. So you're squeezing your leg against your right knuckles. It creates a bit of a pressure point on the back of the calf. This point just underneath the knee at the back is particularly for arthritis and other ailments in the joints. Kind of feels good. And release. Good. Let's try the other leg. So again, you can do these sitting in a chair or any posture on your mat that suits you. Nice big circles with the knees. Should be really easy, not straining here. Kind of loosen the knee and rest other way. Just circling around. Limbering up the knees. Then you take the left hand, tuck it under the knee with a fist, so the knuckles are into the back of your calf, and draw the left knee in. Just pull in that leg so you feel real pressure at the back of the leg, pressing on those pressure points. This is a system called Acu-Yoga. It's actually combining acupressure and yoga together. Beautiful. Let's just bring the feet out in front and just flex the ankles here. So just picking up one leg, just circle around with your ankle here, your foot, nice big circles, and then change directions again. Get your toes in the action too here, moving the toes as much as you possibly can. Good, now flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Perfect. Other foot, big circles. And changing direction. And flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Beautiful. If you can sit cross-legged or any way, which is fine. Let's bring the arms behind the shoulders. This time we're going to press on the backs of the shoulder blades. There's also pressure points there, which help to alleviate pain, especially in the joints like arthritis. So just push on those pressure points and you'll feel, you can find the spot that actually is that sensitive spot at the back of your shoulder blades. Just press a little pressure into there with your fingertips. And if you can just lean forward into that, dropping your head down and breathing and relaxing into this. We'll see you right back after the break for our final meditations. Hello, welcome back to Padma Yoga. We've been exploring how yoga and meditation can really help to address pain in the body and the joints in particular. We've looked at the Sanskrit word yoga, which means that method or practice we undertake in order to take ourselves from a place of pain towards a place of no suffering. So as we said, the body has a lot of possibility for pain, especially in the joints, and often that's a message to us to just take it easy a bit, to maybe just relax a little more and not push through things with that kind of aggressive energy that we often think we need to do to overcome something. When the joints are hurting, it's more of a chance to relax a bit and practice yoga in a way which is really in line with nonviolence, with awareness. The practices of yoga lead to a state also called yoga. And this yoga state is ultimately absolutely without any effort. The yoga state is that place of being totally established and clear and at ease in yourself. So there's absolutely no effort necessary. So in the state of yoga, there is no need of efforts of yoga practice at all. And the actual truth is that you already are that yoga state. So you really don't have to make any effort at all. Simply sit in complete ease. So if you find yourself now in a place totally relaxed, you can have your hands in the Earth Mudra, just pressing on the fourth finger. And just feel the stability of this Earth Mudra in your body. A nice, easy comfort. You can rest in that pose. Another good technique actually is to take the right hand and just press on the point by the fourth and pinky finger of your left hand. That pressure point helps to alleviate pain in the joints in the body. And just relaxing again. Another technique to use to help alleviate is just to breathe in and out. If you bring your hands just to your belly, you can feel your breath rise and fall with your breath. Your tummy rises as you inhale and relaxes as you exhale. Just breathing like this at ease with no effort, practicing yoga.